Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trace Amigos Talk Show, where I am joined every week by the Chief, Steve, and the Tactical Santa, Dino. We are so happy to have you here today, and we hope you help us welcome Kris from the Elegant Sasquatch. But before we get started, Chief, what you got going on this week?
Man, I'm just hitting the gym and getting fat, eating all those cookies. I was just wondering about you, man. You got to be tired from that trip last night around the globe. So
I'm tired.
Yeah. You look tired. When are you going to sleep? Never?
I slept for about 9 hours last night, which is a lot for me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But
what about you, Tactical Santa? Did you assist last night?
I was actually out there patrolling the North Pole, keeping the North Pole safe for Santa Tom when he was flying. Also, I sent out my Elf Team 6. They were flying by Santa Tom, making sure nobody thought Santa Tom was a drone, so they were keeping him safe. So yeah, But I got to drink hot cocoa and play cards with the elves that remained at the pole while Santa Tom was out doing his thing.
They didn't get any sleep. They should have went right to sleep. Now,
nope.
They wanted to play cards. What'd you guys play? Spades, hearts. What'd you play?
We were playing Go Fish.
Go Fish.
Spades.
Spades.
That was a military special, man. Spades every day. Dominoes. You know it.
Right.
Yeah. But we got a couple people in here tonight.
It'll grow.
Yeah.
So what is the weather like where you guys are, where you hail from today?
Good,
So up here, I'm just outside of Detroit, Michigan. It's not bad today. It's like 39 degrees, no snow, a little bit damp today, but no rain, nothing like that. So it's okay. It wasn't a bad day for winter in Michigan. Not too windy. Yep.
Yeah, Ohio's really nice. It's high 40s. Had a beautiful sunset, red at night. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Yeah, I got the pellet stove on. I don't know if you can hear it tinking in the background, but I got the stove on down here in the basement in the rec room to keep the house warm, but it's almost too warm. So,
yeah.
Right.
I'm right there with Dino in the chat. It has rained here all day, and it's in the 70s. Just it's hard to get in that Christmas spirit when weather's like that. But if you guys don't mind, I'll say hello to who we have here right now, and we have Mr. Dino, first one in the chat. What's up, Dino? I don't have the sound effects like others over the respect do. I'm gonna have to work on that.
Yeah. Hello, murderer.
John and the Chicken. Hey, love that name.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Ronnie. We appreciate you so much. And you got Randy R. Hola, amigos. And you got one bearded bishop.
Hey.
We got old Mike Brewer.
What up, Brewer?
Yeah, Dino says that warm spell. I don't know if it's Larry and Sarah, but you got one of them or both of them in. What's up, guys? Mad Donkeys. Warren. Learn how to play spades in the Army. Yeah, I think we all did.
Are you itching or scratching?
Okay, yeah. Ronnie says it's 50 degrees there today. Hello, Black Manor.
Black Matter.
And we got Ronnie. Must have both of them. I got Flaming Beard on too. Hey. Kris.
Hello.
Kris. And old Robert Livingston. How you doing, sir? What did old Brewer say? Warren spades and bones all day. That was the old famous hurry up and wait. What else do you have to do?
Slamming them bones on the table, man.
Yeah, hey, Stacy. Stacy's,
Hey,
how you
Stacey.
doing? And we're all caught up right now, guys. I just we'll say hi to folks as they pop in, but I'll say as Larry says, just him tonight. Sarah's out shopping.
Oof. Sorry, bro.
Good time to be shopping the day after Christmas. I forget about that, Good. We got a good sale for tonight, guys. We are pleased to welcome. We're going to be welcoming here in just a minute. Bring him in just a second. But Kris from the Elegant Sasquatch, guys. I'll be posting the website and everything here in just a little bit. I pinned it at the top. But go check him out. He did give us a discount code for the show tonight. It is CalCaps Trace TRES 30. Will save you 30%.
Wow.
Advantage this sale tonight.
30%.
If you haven't tried Elegant Sasquatch, now is a great time. But guys, unless you have, Chief, go ahead. You got anything? If you guys want anything, I'm going to bring them in and let you guys go ahead and have it. And I'm going to pay attention to the chat.
Where did I go?
We had somebody else jumped in. We had Jacob jump in, jacked up leather. Hey, Jacob.
What happened?
You got a little excited there,
My
Chief.
camera switched by itself. I'm gonna try to switch back real quick. There we go. What the
There we
heck?
go.
That's
All right.
weird.
Well, let's go ahead and welcome in, everybody. Help me welcome in Kris from the Elegant Sasquatch.
Yo.
Hey.
What's up,
Hey, how
Kris?
you guys doing? Hey. Oh, by the way, that sale goes until January 2nd, 11:59 p.m. So for about a week.
Wow.
Nice.
Because
Wow.
I'm lazy and I didn't feel like dealing with all the time constraints. And I'm like, forget it. Let's go for a week.
30%, man. That is big
That
time.
is huge.
Yeah,
Yes, it
absolutely. Absolutely. Because I ran 20% all of November and I did a pretty decent amount of sales. So I'm like, it's after Christmas. Nobody has a lot of money right now. So save yourself some bucks,
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody has money right now.
Yeah,
Except the people-
I'm including me. I'm broke, so it's fine.
I broke the coffee pot the day before Christmas, and I went to the gym, and I told the wife, I said, I'm going to run over to Walmart and get a new coffee pot. And she gave me a list of a couple other little things. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just pop into Walmart. I drove through that parking lot and drove right back out. No.
Have you ever just popped into Walmart for one thing ever? No.
I do. When the wife gives me a list of 4 items, I get 4 items. I don't get 34 items. She does. She brings a list with her with maybe 10 things, and the cart's full every single time. Why bring the list?
So, Kris.
Kris, real quick, Brewer says, hello, Elegant Sasquatch. Go Pack.
I see it. It hurts my soul. This is going to be the one and only time ever that I'm going to actually root for the Packers ever in my life, ever. And if they lose, I'm going to be a very angry Sasquatch. Put it out there.
Speaking of Sasquatch, I sent you that picture. What my kids got me. It's a little
Absolutely.
statue of
Absolutely.
Sasquatch, and he's carrying garden gnomes. And it's on my.
I mean, we do go back forever, like friendships. We go back centuries. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Centuries.
yeah. I got some this and that questions, and it's a little bit about about Sasquatch, and you should be the resident expert on
There you go.
Sasquatch.
I try to be.
Yeah, but my questions are really weird.
Hey, I am here for it. That's what I'm here for. So.
Well, I do this and that. Well, this is a little this and that, and a couple little questions. So, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to start the this and that. You guys good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Sasquatch is baby Sasquatch, Sasquatchi, or whatever they call them, little squatches.
Yes.
What do they get Daddy Sasquatch for Christmas? He doesn't have fur on his hands, and he doesn't have like furry feet. So, did they get him slippers, or do they get him gloves?
You know what? No. We get pinky rings. That's what we get. Pinky rings. We walk around with like a bunch of pinky rings. That's what it is.
And that's what Papa Sasquatch gets for Christmas?
Yeah.
His pinky ring.
Unfortunately, I just came from work, so I don't have them on right now because I can't wear jewelry at work. And if y'all ever seen some of my posts from work, you only see about this much of my face, and it's So no jewelry. I don't have them on right now. I'm very disappointed. I left them upstairs.
So would they be like, monogrammed with his initials on the pinky ring, or?
You know what? That's a personal choice. I mean, mine just say, "Hey, who loves you, baby?" on the inside, and then that's about it. So,
I love it, dude. I love it. Okay, Sasquatch again.
Yeah.
He likes to go out and eat at restaurants. What restaurant? What restaurant would he eat at? A Whataburger or Jack in the Box?
I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but we try to stay away from people. So we do Uber Eats a lot.
Oh, he would
A
Uber
lot.
eat.
Yeah, we tell them to drop it off at the corner. We growl, they run away, and we get our
So you get
food
it
for
free.
free. Exactly. We kind of leave a tip. It's kind of like the Ninja Turtles and pizza where they leave it at the sewer. It's kind of like
I
that.
like it. I really
Yeah.
like that. Okay, I was going to save this till the end, but can you give me your best Sasquatch mating call?
I told you this earlier. If you want all your female patrons to be pregnant, I can.
Okay,
I
ladies,
personally don't. I don't
Ladies-
want that on my conscience. That's a lot of babies I'll have to take care of. I don't want that.
Ladies, cover your
I
ears.
don't want that. Like the one is enough. I'm good.
You don't even have like a.
I can't. I can't. You can summon all the Wookiees you want. I can't. I'm not doing it. I can't.
So
Okay.
what you're saying is that it probably is bad news if Tactical Santa took you to the strip bar with him then. Right?
Oh,
The strip
see,
bar.
I can't because
We'd be in trouble.
the strippers want to touch the beard, then pow, they're automatically pregnant, then they're out of business, and it's a downhill cycle. It's just it gets ugly. I gotta cover myself up in a sheet, and it's just.
Okay, back on track. Are you ready?
Back on track. We're 10 minutes in and we're already off the track. No, forget it. No, we're just going downhill from here. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Best Sasquatch movie: Harry and the Hendersons or the Bigfoot the movie?
Oh, Harry and the Hendersons.
Of
You have
course.
to.
Yeah.
You have to.
I like it when he dented that car.
John Lithgow. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, he ruined that car. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I
And he
felt
ruined
that.
the house. I mean,
Yeah,
can you imagine pulling like the hairballs out of the drain?
Yeah.
After he comes out of the shower, just it's terrible.
Okay.
Like I can see what this does, a little something like that.
Yeah, I try to all the hair that falls into the sink. I try to wipe it up because if there's one hair in the sink, the wife
you're
gives
done.
me the stink
Mhm.
eye.
You're
Dude,
done.
big time.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if you know this guy. I don't know if you're into karate or not, but who would win in a fight, Bigfoot or Bill Wallace, aka Superfoot?
You know what? I can't. I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna have to rely on you because you know a little bit more than I do.
Man, I don't know. Bruce Lee movies back in the day, Chuck Norris, Bill Wallace, Superfoot was in all those movies, and his foot was like.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Oh, that's a good one. Is it just one Bigfoot or is it two? I have to ask you that.
He's fighting one Bigfoot. It's not
One
fair.
Bigfoot. The question is that the Bigfoot, actually the dude, does he have weapons, or is it just hands?
Boy, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Dude, this is what I'm here for. This is what I do.
Okay, fist fight.
Fist fight. I'm gonna go Bigfoot because we do when you get us angry,
Yeah.
we see red and then we just leave a path of destruction wherever we are.
Well, I've seen the Jack Link commercials with the beef jerky. He just throws people.
Yeah, I mean we rip trees up out of the ground like it's nothing. I mean, like it's not.
And then he does the mating call. How's it go again, Kris?
I'm not doing. I told you I'm not doing it. No. I'm too old. I can't do it.
This is a weird one. Do you think?
Like they haven't been weird already. I mean,
Do you think Sasquatch goes through the drive-through at Wendy's and gets a Frosty and French fries? And if he does he dip the French fries in the Frosty?
he doesn't like Wendy's. Wendy's is like overrated. I mean, he's upscale now, so he's moved on to Five Guys. I mean, hence
But
the DoorDash.
would he dip his fries in the Frosty?
I mean, you would have to go Wendy's to do that because you can't do it with Five Guys because their fries are trash. So I'm gonna say yeah.
I think he would too.
Yeah.
Savage, straight
Yeah.
savage.
Yeah. I mean,
I tried it once. I'm like, what's the big deal? I think it's kind of gross. Anybody in the chat? Do you
it's the
dip
whole
your fries?
salty sweet thing. Like
Do
I
you dip your
understand it. I
fries?
mean, I get it.
Yeah. Chat, let us know what you think, because that's savage. I think Bigfoot would do that. Yeah. Okay. When Sasquatch is out eating at a fine restaurant.
Okay, I never thought I would hear this question, but go ahead.
Bear with me. And he gets a hair in his food. Do you think he sends it back, or do you think he just eats it?
The only time he would ever send it back if it wasn't the color of his hair.
That makes sense.
I mean, like if it's, let's say, orange and he has black hair, I get it. You send it back, you know.
Okay.
But if it's just I mean, you know how much hair we eat on a daily basis. It doesn't really bother us that much, to be honest with you. As long as it's our hair. If it's somebody else's hair, then we have an issue.
What about like an old Sasquatch? Do you think their entire body is gray, or just their facial hair and their head?
I mean, going off of what my dad used to look like, he had no hair on the top. He had the Homer Simpson, so that was kind of black gray, and then the back hair is black. I think it's just the head. I think it's just the head. The rest of it just stays the same.
What is up with all the photography taking a Sasquatch with blurry cameras?
I mean, like, I understand before like 2004. I get that, but now there's no excuse
None.
to have a blurry photo of us. None.
Loch Ness Monster, blurry. Bigfoot, blurry.
I mean, my question is, when was the last time you saw a picture of Loch Ness Monster?
Well, my wife's from Scotland, and we've never seen it.
I mean, I've seen some logs, but I haven't seen a recent photo in the last 40 years.
Right. Maybe it just got tired. You know.
Maybe he was getting tired of asking for $350. Maybe
$350. Monster, what you need about $350?
$350.
Oh my goodness. I am done with those professional questions. Guys, cheers.
I can breathe now. All right. I was really worried about that. I mean, I was like, I thought you were going to ask me some trade secrets.
The only thing I wanted you to answer was that mating call. I just
wanted
to.
I told you.
Resonate.
I told you I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. You got me beat. I can't. Like, if I do it, like, I got like 50 houses on this block. I'm gonna have like 60 women in my front door.
Real low.
Oh, that's even worse. Then I get the animals coming. I'm like, I can't do that. No, it doesn't work like that. No.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, I gotta wipe the tears out of my eyes. Dino, what do you got?
Dino, what you got?
Dino's dead. I mean, like we might as well just shut off his camera and just go to sleep now. He ain't gonna recover until tomorrow. I got to be careful because he has an heart condition. So I got to be careful.
Yeah, well, don't scare him.
I got a new heart. I got a new heart.
Oh, okay. Either way, you still have a heart condition, so I got to be careful with you, man.
So, I hear you like to collect albums. Do you collect LPs, albums?
Okay.
What's your favorite music? What kind of music is the Sasquatch's favorite music?
You know what? Depending on, like, I'm all over the place. Like, if you would have asked me 20 years ago, I was into hip hop and rap and techno and electronic music. Like, I'm big in the 90s. That's probably my go-to. Like, basically anything from the 90s. I'm into it. I listen to new country now.
Nice.
I've gotten into dark cello, which is kind of crazy, especially when I need to go to sleep. Like something like broody, just cello music, which is really, really weird. Like I said, I'm all over the place. Yeah, there's nothing like
Jello.
I don't know that.
And apparently, my Alexa wants to answer my question for
me. So I got to tell you, I got to ask you, where did the idea for this one. This one's awesome. This is the I got from you, Cigar Lounge.
Yes.
Where did this come from? Because this one is so awesome. What gave you the inspiration for it?
You know what? I wanted to make a cherry tobacco scent. Somebody in my family used to smoke a pipe, and I wanted to recreate that. And unfortunately, I could not get a cherry scent that doesn't smell artificial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I've tried a bunch, and like I was just getting tired of wasting money on stuff I just didn't like. And so like I came up with just what you have now, and I was like, I like this. But mind you, I also don't smoke. So I like the smell of cigars, but I just don't smoke. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it. You know, I sent it out to some of my testers that I had at the time, got really good feedback from it. And I just went from there. So that's basically what it was. I was trying to make a different scent, and then that's what I got out of it.
I'll tell you, Chief and I actually talked about this the other day. And one of the cool things about this scent profile is it's really cool because guys that are our age, like maybe 30 to 50 years old, but this one, it's a stellar scent profile because you put it in, you're like, it's just got that like refined gentleman, sophisticated gentleman type thing going for it. Because I'm I don't think I would find many like 20-year-olds wearing this. No. You wouldn't expect them to wear this.
It doesn't like there's every company has some sort of tobacco scent. Everybody does. Everybody does multiple tobacco scents.
Right.
Mine doesn't smell like your normal tobacco. Mine smells like you're sitting in a humidor at a smoke shop somewhere.
Right.
Where it smells more like the leaf than the actual finished product.
Right.
And that's one of the, and then also Tom and Steve and Chief can back me up on this. My products smell different after they've been opened.
Yes.
They smell. I refer to them like a bottle of wine, where you get more of the notes the longer you wear it.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna get that sweetness up front, but then after it mellows off, then the robust part of the scent comes out, and that's where you actually really start to dig it, and that's where I get the most amount of compliments. Like 6 hours later, I'm like, oh, it still smells great, but it smells different than I had it in 6 hours ago. You know?
So when I put this in, I used to work at a nightclub in Detroit called the Blue Martini, and it was the only 5-star nightclub around. And I'm not a super huge cigar guy, but all these guys were coming in. They had $100, $200 cigars, and I put this in, and midway through the day, I caught a whiff, and I'm like, man, this reminds me of being at the Blue Martini, where these guys were sipping on cognacs and sitting in the VIP area smoking these cigars. So I gotta tell you, you did a fantastic, phenomenal job on this one.
I appreciate it.
And these guys will tell you, I'm not a big tobacco guy. And this one I would wear every day.
This was actually probably my second scent I ever made. Right behind the gentleman. The gentleman was my first one, and that was my second one. And which, by the way, Tom, I got to get you a sample of my beard wash because the other two gentlemen have tried it already.
Right.
I got to get you a sample of it and see how much you're going to dig it. So
I got to tell you that wash in the gentleman scent is fantastic. It's sophisticated. It is really good. I when I got it in the shower and I put it in, I'm like, yeah, I dig this. It's got that really nice aroma. It gives you that good feeling when you're showering. So yeah, very, very awesome job. I've got to order the oil up.
And the thing is, you don't need a lot of it. It goes
a little bit
forever. Like, because I use it for the top of my head too. So just one and done. And I just one little squirt covers this. Mind you, it's not as long as your guys', but covers this and the top of my head, and I'm good. So,
well, I will tell you another thing that I liked about your product was I like this pump.
Yeah.
This pump makes it very easy when you're in the shower. Hit it, and you're good. But I like how you put it together. It washed really good, made my beard clean, and it's not a stripping beard wash.
It's an everyday wash. I don't like the stripping stuff. So
well, for all of you that know, I shower 2 times a day, and I was using this 2 times a day, and it did not make my beard feel like straw. It kept it feeling good, kept it clean. Fantastic job on that. I really enjoyed it and digged it. Yeah,
appreciate it. appreciate it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, like I had released this wash like a year and a half ago, and me not knowing what I was doing, I had them in like these clear bottles with just a flip top to it, and I was
Right.
just like, I don't like this. Like after a while, like you could see it, and I'm like, I don't like this. So I had to I redid everything on it, from the labels to the package. I redid everything, and now I'm happy with what I got. I think I got a couple left. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, I'm happy with what I have. So
Something you also talked about, we talked about the other day about your labels and how they
Mhm.
were white and all that. And I didn't realize it until you told me. You're like, being that they're white, when you set them on a shelf, especially with everybody else's stuff, it pops.
Yep.
And the funny thing is I looked at myself today and said, I'm going to wear a cigar lounge. And I looked and I'm like, oh, right there it is. So
Exactly.
yeah, it
And
really does. Yep.
as I told you guys before, I'm not that creative when it comes to my labels. I see every other company out there. They do some fantastic artwork. Don't get me wrong. I just can't do it because I'm not that creative. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just going to keep it simple, keep it
Right.
somewhat elegant, sophisticated, and keep it
Right.
all. If you put all my products up a line, it's just going to be
Right.
all the same all the way across the board.
I
Your
think I mentioned
packaging,
that. I
your
think I
packaging
mentioned that in my video. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Dino. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, I was gonna say, speaking of that, your packaging, the box that it came in,
Yeah.
um, I don't have it with me right now, but that box
Mm.
was very, very awesome packaging because you
Thank
get
you.
it and that way it's in there and it's secured. And did you did
I,
you do
I'm.
that kind of thinking like, so what it kind of reminded me of is when you had it in there,
Mm.
almost like cigars sometimes, how they come
Cigar.
in the tubes.
Exactly.
So they're very elegant like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think it tied in with your name, Elegant Sasquatch,
Yeah.
because you get this box and it's black and it's got the label on it, and then you open it up and it comes out. So that was really cool. I thought that was a really good touch
Yeah,
with the
I like the cigar boxes. I wish I could just get them a tad bit bigger because that's one complaint I have. People have a hard time pulling them out, which I understand. It's either really really snug or they're way too big and it's flopping
right.
all around. But I'm actually going to be redoing my boxes.
Mhm.
I don't know if I showed you my
You did.
concept artwork,
Yeah.
and if I could pull it off the way I wanted to, it's going to look
Mhm.
fantastic. It's going to
Right.
make it. It's going to be an experience of you getting these
Right.
products.
Right.
Mind you, that's a big if I could pull it off. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, just still working with different suppliers about trying to get it into a certain price range that I can afford. Because I'm still relatively small, but
Right.
yeah, I think I might have something down, and so hopefully within the next I want to say 4 months, I should have it out, but
Sure.
I can't I can't put out a deadline on it yet. So, but I'm
Right.
working on something big. So,
Right. Right.
so
Um, didn't want to interrupt you, Dino, but um, the bottles themselves, I even talked about it in the video, how sometimes plain is better. I love art, and I say that in all my videos, but sometimes plain and class goes a long way. And like
Right.
Dino said, you just reach up, boom, there's Elegant Sasquatch right
yeah.
there. And
And yeah, I was going to say somebody had posted a picture. Oh, I forget which group it was on Facebook, but he had a shelf of it was I think 5 different shelves of beard products, and I could tell exactly where mine were just because everything else was on the darker side, colorful but darker. And I'm like, there's mine. And mine's on the bottom right hand corner, right there.
yeah,
Mind
do you,
you, he also had like 17 different bottles, but it's besides the point.
do you do that a lot when people post pictures of their like collection? Is you blow it up and you're like, oh, there I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So.
that's kind of fun. But I'm testing for Stacy right now, and I got some stuff in for her, and smoked me like a pack of cools. A couple of them. I even talked to Dino offline about one of them that I thought was going to be okay, but it just turned out to be like a favorite.
Right.
And so I'm wearing a cigar lounge today, so I can kind of get that memory back and that scent memory back. And it reminds you of, like he said, not too young, not too old, but you're going out like dressed to go to an opera or
Yep.
go to a wedding or something fancy where you're going to have like,
Yep.
Cashmere coat, a nice hat, and, some good smellies. And
Yeah, if I had to relate it to a a cologne out there, it'd probably be Tom Ford's vanilla, tobacco vanilla or vanilla, something like
Right.
that. That'd be probably the closest thing I could relate it to.
Right.
So where it's classy, but it's still on the younger side. So
It's younger, but it's not like high school.
Yeah.
Cheap stuff you throw on your face to cover up your BO. It's not a young man scent. It's not an old
Right,
man.
exactly.
It's like a certain type of age group that's going to be attracted to that scent.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I could say something real quick, John Covington had to leave, and I always see him post very, very positive things about you, Kris, and the Elegant Sasquatch. He says, I'm with family. I'll catch y'all later. Cigar Lounge is my favorite tobacco scent, and I've got a lot of tobacco scents. Okay. Well, I can probably say that I probably have, I would guess I have a little bit more than he does, because I've probably got over 120 different cigar or tobacco scents, right? About 450, almost 500 beard oils. But I'm going to tell you something. And this is the misconception I think people have with Cigar Lounge. And, I did a top 10 earlier in the year. It's kind of like a 6-month deal of tobacco scents. And I talked to you a little bit about it later on afterwards. But one thing I want to say is it's hard to classify Cigar Lounge. And here's my reasoning. Because it's such a pure tobacco scent. It's one of the purest tobacco scents that I've ever had the pleasure of smelling. Okay. It's like you walk, am I right, Chief and Dino? It's like you walk into a sophisticated humidor. It's not like, I'm glad you didn't try to add a cherry in there where it kind of gets that kind of artificial kind of, it smells like you really walk into a humidor. And I mean, it is absolutely a pleasure to wear. And I absolutely love it. I would encourage anybody that doesn't have Cigar Lounge and you are a tobacco scent, you need to get this in your collection. It's not one of the things I suggest you do. You need to get it in your collection. So
you know what, Tom, that means the world to me, especially coming from you, because I know how big of tobacco scent product, a fan that you are. So coming from you, that means the world to me. I greatly appreciate that.
I'm a big fan of that one too, and it's almost gone. And I think I messaged you the sunflower seed oil in there. Really, really did a number in my beard. It was so soft. I don't know what the ratio, and I'm not going to ask you what it is, but the sunflower's probably a predominant player in that. And that's where I started from you, was really looking, is that got sunflower in it? Is that got sunflower seed on it? And thank you for that.
Because everybody uses the same products over. It's like seven of the same products. You know what I mean? So you got to try to figure out your niche and what's going to set you apart from everybody else. I don't know any other company that does use sunflower seed oil. It is, I hate to say it is a cheaper oil or whatever, but used right, it works out really well. Like this is softer than the hair on the top of my head, and which is kind of crazy. And I tell people that, and they don't believe me. And then they're like, "All right, this is the one and only time you want to feel my beard," and they're like, "Oh, that is soft,"
Yeah, I don't do that. My granddaughter and my wife are about the only two people that.
It's a last resort selling tactic. All right, I don't use it all the time because my wife gives me the side eye, but still.
But what was I going to say? I love all three of these, but we keep talking about Cigar Lounge, and there's probably a pretty damn good reason for that. The other ones I've got from you, I've got Aura, which is fantastic. I used it. It's well below the label, and Odin's Fury, and that's another beautiful scent. I appreciate your take on how to make these oils, and I think Dino and I were talking about this. Every company has a tell, like a poker face, and you can pick up a bottle, give it a whiff, and go, I'm not sure what the name of the oil is, but that is definitely Elegant Sasquatch, or that is definitely one from Renee, or that is definitely one from, and yours has that tell, and it's a good tell. So
Yeah,
well
thank
done.
you, thank you. I appreciate it. As you guys can tell, I lean more towards the cologne side than I do, more towards the earthy and all that other stuff. You can leave that to some of the better companies because that's just not me.
Yeah, but you're not cologne
Yeah.
like dupe. You're not just
No,
put the
right.
cologne dupe in there. You have.
I mean, trust me, I want to sometimes because then that would make
Easy.
my job a lot easier.
Easy.
I can get the dupe, put it in there, and like, hey, there you go. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't, I can't do that. So
Mhm.
I try to lean towards more, because I don't like personally wearing two different products,
Yeah.
especially if they smell different. So I got something in my beard, and if I'm going to put cologne on, that's gonna, it's very hard nowadays to get a cologne that will play off what you put in your beard unless you go unscented. And you guys know that. So I was like, might as well just combine the two into one and see what you can go from there. And it's worked out really well for me. So
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
So, have you seen any good horror movies lately? I know you're a big horror movie buff.
absolutely. You know what? I watched Terrifier 2 Sunday, and actually on Christmas. Terrifier 2. I wanted to watch Terrifier 3, but I didn't want to buy it. So that Terrifier 2 is so much better than the first one. I hated the first one. I loved the second one. Now I can't wait to the third one so I can actually watch that one. I'm gonna go see Nosferatu on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So
Nice.
That would be a good beard oil.
yeah, Nosferatu, maybe.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
I do have some new ones coming out, so I might have to change one to that name.
Nosferatu 3 Amigos.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I don't know how I'm going to get that on a label, but I will try.
So being the horror fan,
Yes.
the question has to be, who wins, Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees?
Ooh.
You know what? I'm going option 3. I'm picking Ash from the Evil Dead series. We're going to come in with the chainsaw and just destroy both of them and just end them both. I don't care. It's going to be Ash Campbell. Bruce Campbell is going to come in and just kill them all. Yeah. So
Nice.
yes, Brad. Me and you are from the same state. Yes, you're actually probably about 2 hours north of from where I'm from. So in Nebraska. So.
Mm-hmm. So, what made you a Detroit Lions fan?
Oh, you know what? A funny story, and don't hate me. I actually grew up a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Okay.
And 15 years ago, when they started trading away all their players, they traded away Carson Palmer, they traded away Chad Johnson, and I was getting tired of it. I was getting tired of losing. And I was talking to a buddy, and first team that popped up in my head was, I'm a Detroit Lions fan now. Mind you, that caveat, Detroit went 0-16 that year. Cincinnati made the playoffs that year. So I'm like, they're dead to me. That's it. I'm done. And that was, like I said, 14 years ago. So I'm like, all right, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I actually have roots with the Lions in grade school, actually junior high. My where I'm from, I'm like 5 minutes from the University of Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And so, every once in a while you have a student teacher that was a football player.
Right.
And my student teacher for my shop class was Corey Schlesinger, the fullback,
Nice.
which is Detroit Lions great. He blocked for Barry Sanders for like 5 or 6 years before Barry retired. But yeah, so, I have that connection with the Detroit Lions. So it's just like, all right,
there you go.
I did, like I said, I just threw a name out and then that was it. So
Nice.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Actually, I want to give a shout out to your wife of 20 years tomorrow?
It would be 18 tomorrow. We've been together 21.
Okay.
I don't know how the hell she's put up with me for this long, but shit.
You better do something special tomorrow for her.
You know what? We're going to do something this weekend. I was off for the last 4 days because, we were closed for my day job. We were closed for Christmas. And I'm off 3 days a week anyways. So I had 4 days off and I spent 4 days off with her. I think she's tired of seeing me.
She's sick of you.
She wants me to go back to work. She was glad I was out of the house today. So it was great.
I'm the same way. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and have all week off. And I think she actually looks forward to me going back to work on
Oh,
Friday.
absolutely. I mean, like, I'm a medium ugly man at best on most days, but I'm like, you don't want to see this every day. You turn around and, I got a relatively small house, and I'm like, you turn around, and I'm a big dude. Like, when I say I'm big, I'm big. I'm 6'6", 330. So I take up a lot of room. And so, like, you turn around and, hey, there I am. You turn around again, hey, there I am, Like, I get it, so.
Right.
Well, I hope you guys have a great time and whatever you do, and tell her Chief, give her a shout out, and I can't believe she put up with you this long.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It must be the mating call.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, I get the text message, and I get the text message, and she can hear me from like miles around, so it's fine. Yeah. No, by the way, Kyle, I will not share my height with you, you little hobbit. No, absolutely not.
What, he wants some of your height?
He does. He does. If I give him some of my height, he won't be able to work at Santa's lair anymore as an elf. He can't do it. So it just doesn't.
Can you get on rides, Kyle, at like the amusement parks and stuff?
No, you have to have the platforms and the vertically striped pants and the small dog with him.
Oh my goodness, poor Kyle.
I tell you, Kris, Kyle, and I know he's been a huge supporter of yours, and I love getting on and watching you guys go back and forth, and on his show, and guys, go check out Sundays at I believe is it 4:30 Eastern?
Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah. Please go check out and help support Kyle, Bearded, Brewed, and Tattooed. Just love what he does.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, like, I've known Kyle maybe a year, and we've clicked like almost right away. So Kyle's like my little brother in more ways than one. So yeah, it's really weird. Like, it's really strange. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you got to throw Stacy in there as a little sister too.
Yeah.
Why is everybody little to you?
Because I'm huge. Like I could stand up and damn near be at the ceiling. All right.
My son's 6'6". I'm 6'2".
Right.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I worked with one of your cousins in your Sasquatch tree, because I worked with a guy. His name was Mountain, and he was 6'11", 500 pounds.
Oh, so
yeah. He's probably part of the same bloodline.
Yeah. He's a cousin of mine. Good guy. Just don't piss him off.
Right. Right.
Oh my goodness!
You got the mountain on the wall, so it works. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Nick says hello. Go Lions. Hello, Nick. Guys.
What's up, Nick?
Giving shout outs. I love watching the Bearded Beanie. He just gives such a good review. Absolutely
100%.
love it.
Yeah,
100%.
Yep. So, speaking of your products, do you have anything new you're coming out with?
Yes. January 1st. There are 3 cents that are 2 cents that are going into the Hall of Fame. So I'm going to retire them because I got new stuff coming out. January 1st will be the first one I'm bringing back out of the Hall of Fame. It's gray sweatpants season. And yeah, it was a friend of mine. He wanted a particular scent, and I made it for him. And I probably put it out maybe a year and a half ago. Did decent. It went away, like some of my stuff does, because I can't keep 20,000 scents all at one time. So I gotta put some stuff away and bring stuff back out. Whatever.
I gotta ask, what's gray sweatpants smell like?
You know what? It is buttery mango, vanilla, sugar, sandalwood, coconut, and patchouli. It's a very smooth scent. It's very smooth. Right. It's very rich after a while. Like it smells fantastic. That, like I said, that will be available at midnight on January 1st.
Nice.
I gotta get it because it's just such a cool name.
I'll send you a sample bottle. It's fine.
It's such a cool name.
Yeah, very sort of advanced season. So.
I'm gonna have to get that. I got it.
It is good. Like it's like I said, very smooth, very rich, and it smells really, really good. So I was really excited for this one to come back. So.
Right.
Speaking of scents, can we talk back about Cigar Lounge? And I get a nice butteriness out of that, like a vanilla butter hint, a little like cherry pipe. What's that creaminess in the background?
You know what? It's a combination of the vanilla I use and the amber. That's what it is. It works. I don't know. Like, I just randomly came across the formulation and I tried it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like it. And it's those two right there. That's what it is. You know?
You're never getting rid of that one, are you?
No. You know what? You might like. Which one is it? It is Midnight Embers. That one is smooth. It's smoky. It's earthy. It's kind of sweet. I actually got it in right now. I actually have it in the, like, this is what was left over from my beard butter when I was making it. So yeah, hey, good. It's like I said, it's smooth. It's smoky. It's a little bit sweet. It's nutty. It smells really good. So it was one of the newer ones I put out just recently, and it's staying on the list from now on, from as well reception that I've got from it. So
right. So what are some of the what are some of the ones that are never going to leave?
Cigar Lounge, Gentleman, New Money, the Adonis, and Lucky. Those are the ones that are never going to leave. Those are my original 5. Those are the ones I have in the sample packs. So that one's going to be the original 5. Date Night's probably not going to go away. That one is a mahogany teakwood. That one's pretty good. Villain won't go away now because I sell a lot of that. That one is like a smoked cedar oud scent, very strong, very powerful, but that one lasts for like 24 hours. Like I put it in my beard and gone a whole day and still smelled like I put it in.
So it's kind of got like a Sphinx vibe to it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Sphinx has a powerful.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my stuff and I'm trying to think what's not going away. I know. Yeah, Loverboy is not going away. That one's a mahogany coconut. That one smells really good too. That one's super creamy.
Mahogany and coconut.
Yeah, mahogany and coconut. Yeah.
Loverboy. I need to try that. That hasn't been out very long.
Good.
Yeah, that one got released. Oh, when was that? 4 or 5 months ago? 4 months ago?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one that Dino and I are waiting on from another company that's got black licorice in it. How do you just made the face? I'm not even going to finish the sentence.
Oh God, no. Like I ran across a recipe just recently that had licorice in it, and I am very hesitant to actually go through and try to do it. Like, because it's just.
You afraid?
I don't like. I like red licorice. That's great. I'm great. I love Australian licorice. That's my favorite. But black licorice, I can't do. I can't do it.
Everybody in the chat, put a thumbs up for black licorice or a thumbs down for black licorice.
If you put a thumbs up for black licorice, you are all psychopaths. That's just how it is. Psychos.
There's a psycho right there too. Yeah. Right there. Yeah.
Chief, it's just a Greek thing, right? Because
you know what?
It's a Greek thing.
I was just gonna say I was at a Greek wedding and they were doing shots of I forget which liquor it was, but
Ouzo.
Yes. I never had it. I never heard of it. My buddy was like, "Yeah, that's do you like black licorice?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." He's like, "Yeah, stay away from that." So
it could have made the Squatch crazy though. You're probably lucky that you didn't go towards it.
You know what? I keep the monster very, very locked in, and it doesn't come out. So, like, unless I'm getting like absolutely pissed drunk, it's not going to come out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dino, but the ouzo from Greece has a trace amount of opium in it.
So I think it used to, but I know I get some that's called Chipro. It's homemade, and it's when you get it, I believe it's 190 proof. Now, the crazy thing is it's very smooth. You'll take one shot, you'll drink it, it's very smooth. 5 minutes later, you won't know where you're at. It knocks you out. But
so we're getting mixed results here, man. We're getting a bunch of thumbs up and we're getting like multiple down and
right.
So there's a niche, if we'll call it that, There's a
God, now I'm
niche.
gonna have to make this.
It's got to be very light. It can't be
to be fair though, I think there are some people that like the smell of black licorice, don't like the taste of it.
taste.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, I think there's a lot of that too.
And you guys are gonna have to change your name of your show now. It's gonna be Trace Amigos with Psychopaths.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but you see the formula though, because Santa Tom keeps us in line.
He does.
Apparently, he cracks the whip, just like he does with the elves. Like,
No,
I get
there's
it.
private message between us that you can't see, and he's going, "Shut up! Don't say that again."
Don't make me get the hose again.
All I got to say is I'm not wanting to be on Santa Tom's naughty list.
I can see Tom have just a chamber of just weapons to use against people. I get it. I understand. Like he had to break some of them out when he was flying over New Jersey. Shoot down some of the drones that were in front of him. I get it.
He's got a couple stuck in the front of the sled.
Oh, dude, he has two like semi-automatic 9mm just right there, ready to go. I'm like, I'm scared of it.
Right. See,
that's
everybody,
tactical Santas.
No, we'll see. Everybody thinks that Elf Team 6 is mine. It's really not. I borrow Elf Team 6 from Santa Tom.
Man,
he loans them out to me. Santa Tom trained them, so I just get them.
The person that wrote James Bond took the inspiration of James Bond's car from Santa's sleigh, with the oil slicks in the back and all that jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was the best James Bond?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Sean Connery.
That's right.
Sean Connery. What's his name? The last guy. The last guy's a very close number 2.
I
forget his name.
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Yes, thank you. Daniel Craig he plays a really good James Bond. I mean, but it's Sean Connery.
Who's the
the
best?
second coolest
villain?
man in the world?
Who's the best villain in James Bond?
You know what?
I got mine already.
I like what was it? Trap? No, not Trap Jaw. What was his name?
Jaws.
Jaws. Yes, I like Jaws. I personally like Jaws because he was like 8 feet tall. And just looked creepy as hell.
Well, I mean, he's part of your family line anyway.
That too. Like he's the cousin we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's yours, Tactical Santa?
Yeah, I would have to say Jaws was always pretty cool to watch. Yeah.
Tom, who's yours?
I was looking at questions. Are we still on the
James Bond villain?
James Bond villain? Oh, it's got to be Jaws.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a first.
And then number 2 is the dude that used to wear the hat. What's his name?
Right. Dr. Tanaki or something like that.
No.
Yeah, he was the.
Oh God, I should know that guy because I used to play Goldeneye all the time, and we were never allowed to play as that guy because that guy was so overpowered. He could take like 17,000 shots and just not die. Oh, what was his name now?
He's the same guy. He's the same guy that played in Running Man. He was Sub-Zero.
Hat.
He was Yeah, but he was the hat guy. He threw the hat.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna kill me. I can't remember his name now.
Somebody Google it. Dang it! I think it's Hat.
He was a wrestler too. He was a professional wrestler too.
Yeah, he was in a bunch of movies too. But he always played the henchman. Like that was the thing. He never got like a leading role as a bad guy. He was always a henchman.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to go to wrestling all the time at the arena. Right up the road here, and we got to see all the big guys back when I was a kid. Snook and Andre the Giant and George the Animal Steel and all the Hacksaw and who's the guys with the 2x4s?
No, you're right. It was Hacksaw.
Hacksaw, the Hart Brothers.
Yeah,
and they weren't really big.
No,
when I was a kid. Yeah.
Oh no, and the thing is, like. I posted a picture of this poster that I have. It's basically legends of WWF of the 80s and early 90s. And so I've been getting all these signatures of all these wrestlers before they pass.
Right.
And so Hacksaw, I met him last year when WrestleMania was here in Philly. I got probably 20, 25 different signatures on this one poster. And so when you say these wrestlers aren't that big, I'm meeting them now. I understand 2-3 inches, they shrink. I get it. But take for example, I had lunch with Roddy Piper one time. probably about like 6 months before he died. And I'm standing next to him, and I got a photo next to him. I'm legitimately 1.5 feet taller than this guy.
Right.
Like 5'7". And you know, growing up watching it on TV, you're thinking these guys are like 6'4", 6'8". You know, no, they're like under 6 foot.
Yeah.
Except for, you know, the big people. And I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Mhm.
You know?
Right.
You know, I almost had a similar situation where I walked in. I was stationed at Fort Benning in Columbus, Georgia, and I walked into Phoenix City. Anybody who's ever been to Fort Benning, Phoenix City is like right across the river. That's Phoenix City, Alabama. So we walked into the Walmart, and Junkyard Dog was there. He was just come out with a book, and I thought the same thing. I walked in, and as a kid, this dude looked like a giant.
Exactly.
I walked in, and you know, I'm like you. I'm a foot taller than he is, and I'm only 6 foot. You know, but I mean, I'm like a foot taller. He's just a little. I mean, he's buff.
By the way, that villain from James Bond, Oddball.
Odd
Or
job.
Odd Job. That's what it was. Odd Job.
Yeah.
Thank you for chat. Thank you. That was killing me. I could not remember his name to save my life.
Right.
But no, yeah, absolutely, Tom. Like the only person I remember ever meeting as a kid that was huge was Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that was one time for a very short minute. And that was the only person I ever remember being like huge.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
What
George Animal Steel was it?
I'm sorry, Chief. Go ahead.
Okay. George Animal Steel was a actual professor. Like he wasn't.
He was a science teacher.
He actually taught 15 minutes away from where I live. Yeah,
Wow.
Lanphier. Yeah, a lot of people around here knew him.
Tito Santana is actually a high school PE teacher up in North Jersey.
Nice.
Which is kind of crazy.
Right. The only other guy that's from here from me is Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash is around. Well, is originally from the area where I'm from.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So.
While we've been chatting away, we had a couple people jump in, and I don't know if they're still here or not, but one of them is Dan's beer review, talking about reviews. I really enjoy watching Dan's beer reviews, but he says, if you need a review for anything new, I know a guy. Dan C also jumped in. We appreciate Dan C for jumping in. I know Lee from EDC jumped in. We appreciate Lee. I hope you and Kim are doing well. Guys, one of the things I always ask before I let these guys take it back over, Kris, is we usually have some young, new beard company owners jump in. You know, they kind of jump. People kind of start up new businesses. If you had any advice for any new beard company owners trying to make it, because you know how tough it is. You put in the work, and as reviewers and customers, we don't always see we never see really the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it, and just the thanking of the new scent profiles and everything that goes into it. What it would be your number one piece of advice?
Before I answer that question, Black Men Are Grooming. Yes, my favorite horror movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But all right, my advice to all the new ones: read up, learn was it the FDR or FR? Yeah, that code book. Learn that up, because that's going to be your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. Number 3, try new stuff. Like, there was a company, I'm not going to name any names, that reached out to me within the last month and a half. And that company was out for maybe a year and a half or so. And he was complaining that he's in the hole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to go into great detail about it. But I was like, I'm doing this. I'm going in my 3rd year as of March. This is the first year that I actually made any type of money off of this. I know I'm not going to make any money until probably my 5, to the point where I'm going to be somewhat comfortable with what profit I will be making until my 5th year. I understand that. I told him, I was $1,600 in the hole when I first started. Because I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. I still kind of don't know what I'm doing now, but that's besides the point. Number 2, I was trying new things and it wasn't working. And I have no problem failing because I'm never going to learn anything if I don't fail at something. So I'm like, but at a certain time, you got to stop taking L's and start taking W's, you know? And even if you only have one product, do that one product really, really well, the best that you can do it. Like, that's the thing. You might start out with one. That one will lead to 2, will lead to 6, will lead to 10. Like, because I just started with oils, and that's it. And then I branched out. I went through 4 or 5 different versions of my beard butter now to where it is now. Like, when I first started, it was thick, it was dense, it was heavy. And I'm like, I don't like this. And then now, if you get it now, it's like opening one of those tubs of Cool Whip that you get from the grocery store. You know, it's super light, super fluffy. But I didn't know what I wanted until I actually made it. You know what I mean? Be prepared to fail. Like, it's going to happen. Like, you know, I've never met one company that was a success right out of the box. You know what I mean? So be prepared to fail. If you fail at something, okay, you retool and you try again. You know, that's probably my biggest thing is be prepared to fail. So
the social media presence is a big deal too.
Yep.
You know, and you're good about it. Stacy's good about it. Lee from EDC is good about it.
Yep.
About, you know, posting things and you know, liking and commenting on other people's stuff and supporting other companies. And your name's got to be attached to a lot of stuff on social media.
That is a job by itself. Like, no lie. Like, I personally hate social media. I hate it with passion, but it's a necessary evil. Because if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't have met Tom. I wouldn't have met you, Chief. I wouldn't have met, Tactical over there. I wouldn't have, Dino. I wouldn't meet any of you guys if it wasn't for social media. And, you know, I want to thank Kyle for it, because Kyle's the one that basically brought me onto the map a little over a year ago. And like it's like I said, a necessary evil, and I don't have enough time in my day to stay on social media all the time. I'm struggling to put 2 to 3 posts out a week. Like that's just me, because I got so much on my plate. Social media is the last thing I can do, and it kills me. Like my daughter, who was 17 at the time, says, "Dad, let me take care of your social media." And I'm like, "Okay, great." And I'm like, then she asked me, "What do you want to put out?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I don't know."
Right.
You know, it's just like I get jealous of the people, the companies that can do like videos and like do high-end posts. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. And then I got to figure out a way to try to do something similar, but that doesn't rip them off. You know, it's just I just can't keep up with it. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I know these 2 guys above me have a real knack for doing those little shorts and videos and stuff like that, and it's impressive. But social media, and it's a necessary evil. Yeah.
Like I said, it hurts. It hurts my soul to.
It does. Yeah.
To say, hey, I got to put out this many amount of posts. This week, and like I love how Facebook or Meta or whatever you want to call it has a thing where you can schedule posts ahead of time. I love that feature. That's great. I can knock like 7 out for the next 2 weeks. I'm great. But then I'm like, all right, now what do I do? So
right.
Yeah, but I mean the comments and stuff coming in, if you're at work, you know,
right.
Definitely. Yeah, you definitely want to, you know, hey, like the comment and say thanks or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
So
Right.
maybe your daughter would be good at that.
Right. How do you feel about having ambassadors? If you were going to talk to some of these other companies,
which by the way, I talked to Tom about doing this. I'm all for it. To be honest with you, I just don't know exactly how it works because nobody really explained it to me. And that was another thing. Like with all the new companies, there's a lot of stuff that nobody explains to you that you just have to kind of stumble into, that you'll never know about until you actually do it yourself. And the ambassadors, like, was it Bearded Death? He has a ton, like he's a buddy of mine. He has a ton of ambassadors.
Right.
I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous of that. But at the same time, I have no idea on how that works. So I'm like, all right, if you want to be an ambassador, great. Hit me up. Like I'm always, my inbox is always open.
Right.
I just don't know what I can give you for to be an ambassador type of thing, you know?
Well, you know,
Anthony
you can always reach out to me. you know.
Yeah. So
Anthony wants to know again, when does that discount code end? I believe you said the 2nd, right? Or
yeah,
the 1st?
January 2nd at 12:59 p.m. Eastern time.
And your new drops are coming out January 1st, right?
The first one will be out the first. I'm still working on the other ones.
Sure.
Hopefully the next one will be out maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later. The next one, little insider trader info, is gonna be a orange sea spray Egyptian musk.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it really it's high end, like it's citrusy, but it's smooth at the same time. My issue is I just can't get it to the length for the how long my products actually go for. I can get it for like 3.5 hours, and then it just kind of dies off, and I don't want that. So I've been working on that. That's going to be the next one. So
So with your product line, are there any like new types of products? Like you've seen companies come out, they've got liquid butter, some got liquid balm. Are you working on anything?
I'm working on a conditioner.
Okay.
It takes me forever to put out a product. It really does. Just for the simple fact, I'll put it out. I'm okay with it. And then I get that wild hair say, hey, you know what? I'm changing everything. And that's just how I do it till I'm actually like legitimately have to pull myself away from stopping, tinkering with it. I'm working on a conditioner right now. I'm also working on a tattoo balm. I'm working with a couple of tattoo artist friends of mine.
Good.
So we're working on that. Hopefully that comes out. I'm gonna be working on some merch. You two actually got some of the stickers. They're actually going to be on shirts. I've sent a couple of those out. So I'm working on merch. It's another thing I have to add to my list. So
Brad said to the ambassadors, some of these guys just want some free product or a hell of a discount.
That's fine. I have no problem doing that. That's not a problem.
The problem I have with, and some of my close friends are beard company owners, I'll never be an ambassador because you have to basically streamline what you do for that company and that company only. And all three of us love to spread the wealth around and order from this company and review, order from that company and review, and just keep it going. Ambassadorship, they want you right where, you're just my company.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I would never pay for, never pay for a review ever. That goes against every grain of my fiber of my being is to pay for a review. Because I'm like, if I'm giving you money, I expect a good review.
Right.
If you don't like the product, like there was a reviewer that I sent him some products, and it had one of the products had clove in it, and he hated clove, but he never told me he hated clove. Yeah. He refused to review the product because he had clove in it. I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. And he said that at the beginning of his review, but it just kind of irked me. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that you didn't like a particular scent? I would have changed what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, did he expect it free or did he pay for it?
Oh, no. Like I have no problem sending out reviewers free products. Like, to be honest with you, it doesn't cost me a ton. It costs me more in shipping to get it out to you than the actual product is, to be honest.
So that brings me to another question. I've done a review for you. Kyle's done a review for you. Maybe Santa Tom. Do you see any revenue coming in from
absolutely
smaller guys? Because we're not Dan C.
No. Oh God, yeah. No, I can't afford Dan C. I want to. I just can't afford it. No. I'm not, Mr. Moneybank, so I can't afford him, unfortunately. They're on my Etsy store. There are matrix that you can actually tell on who uses what code, which is really nice. So I can tell you exactly what codes work and which ones don't.
Yeah.
And I can tell you whose code works more than a lot of others, which is really, really nice. So it helps with my analytics. So.
You won't be able to see anything from my review because I'm the kind of guy that I'll never reach out to a company and say I want a code or this or that. And it's just me. I mean, a lot of guys do, and I'm totally cool with it. Yep. But I want to talk to you, get to know you on a personal level.
Absolutely.
Learn your interests, learn your company, and put out you and put out your product.
And you guys have talked to me enough. I'm a very personable guy. I like to talk to people. That's just that's just my nature. You know what I mean? Like Even though don't let this angry mug fool you. I'm a super nice guy. And like if you guys have any questions or if you just want to tell me the line sucks, shoot me a message. You know, I'm all for it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? Was a question asked, I think, directed towards Chief, but David, the reason why I'm asking this is not, but one, for it's a question, but two, I just don't know a lot about this. I've heard about this stuff. Chief, what about adding pheromones to beard oil?
You know, I've talked to a couple of company owners, and they stay away from it. They shy away from it for some reason.
Right.
But it's like an attractant, like a pheromone that, you know, you put off to attract a mate and vice versa, women. And I think it's a really good idea because there's a lot of colognes out there with pheromones in it. But I mean, for guys like us, you know, that are married for 20 plus, 30 plus years, we're not out there looking. We just want to smell good, you know? So
I mean, don't know. If I could bottle the essence of a Sasquatch, like just bring it out of my beard, I would, if I could, but I can't. So
yeah, that'd be a great pheromone.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what it would attract.
That smells so bad. So bad.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's going to be terrible.
Come on.
Sasquatch stank.
Oh, God, that's the worst. Have you ever walked into a junior high boys locker room? It smells a lot like that. You don't.
Yeah. Tom and I were both in the military.
Oh, God,
get to stink.
You know, there's some smells that are unidentifiable, and you don't want to know where you don't want to know where they're coming from. You just hope not to step in it. That's all.
Yeah.
Lee brings up a good point. He says if you pay someone to do a review, you're actually just doing a paid advertisement. That's right. I see both sides. You know, I see people give, and I don't think you'd mind me saying this because I'm not talking bad about it. People say things about Dan C. But you know, for me, it's his living. You know, if a person wants to charge, that's on them. But it's up to the company owner. Do they want to pay for it or they don't have to, you know? And so I don't have an issue with either side of it. I don't down a company if they do pay somebody, and I don't down a reviewer if they charge. I don't, because that's just, I've gotten advice from Chief, you know, and Kevin and guys that I respect in the bearded community. And, you know, they've told me certain things to stay away from, and I follow their advice, and it helps.
And you know what? Dan is a plug. You know, I understand Dan gets off a ton of hate in the beard community. I get that. But you know what? He's very knowledgeable. When I first started, I learned a ton from him. Like a ton of stuff from him. Like I understand. I use more fragrance oils, and he leans more towards the essential oils. But I'm not that type of chemist. I can't duplicate what I can in fragrance oils and essential oils. So I get that. But like I said, he's a wealth of information. So he's there. He's there to help the community. And I get it. You know, like I understand where everybody's coming with the hate. Like I have no issue with him. You know what I mean?
Just jealous.
Right.
Yeah.
But dude's put in the work. He's been doing it. He's the OG. He's been putting in the work. Like Santa Tom and Texas Santa, they hit that algorithm and they're working and they're not slacking off. You got to hit that algorithm. And Dan did years ago. And he's where he's at because of what he did and his path that he followed. So I don't hate on him for it. I looked up to him for the biggest time, you know, but now I'm just in the smaller community with the smaller reviewers, and you know, like all three of us, I would definitely watch all three of our reviews and you know, get feedback from them and things like that. But yeah, I don't watch Dan as much, or who's the other one? CMU. I don't watch him as much. I just stick to the guys that I want to support to help them grow. So
and I, you know, Dan's videos pop up on my YouTube feed. And if he's going over something that might seem interesting, I might, you know, fast forward to it or check it out for a little bit. If it doesn't interest me, I keep it moving. And that's basically what it breaks down to.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So,
Well, you know, the good thing about YouTube is, and like I love that we're on YouTube now, is it's like a library of knowledge. If you ever have a question, you just go in, type in, and it's going to pull it up. And that's, you know, that's one thing about Dan's channels. You can pretty much go in there and type in any question you have about beard products, beard product reviews, you know, any kind of anything dealing with beard, and it's going to pull it up.
yeah.
I figured out how to fix the switch in my the truck that I had, so I could actually get heat during the wintertime because it broke. Because I wasn't going to pay a mechanic to take apart my whole dashboard. Yeah, YouTube University is a fantastic thing. That is one of the greatest things for a new company to have, because you can learn 1,000 different ways on how to make a product.
Right.
Easily. Like, to be honest with you, I watched a lot of videos on how to make body butter when I was developing my new beard butter, because it's one and the same. Like, it's half the time when I sell a beard butter, it's because people want to use it as a body lotion, and I'm okay with that. I'm like, you buy it, you use it however you want to use it, which is great, you know. So,
right.
Anna, you want to read that right there? There it is.
Says, you know what I love is that I can text my confidence in the beard marketing or making industry, including Kris, and bounce ideas off and questions and ideas when needing help. Love this community. And you could see that special bond that you and Stacy have. You know, it's just, I think that's really, really neat.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a lot of the bigger companies like Lee, I just recently met Lee within the last 6 months. Unfortunately, I was only able to buy one of his oils before he closed up shop. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to buy more oils from him. But, you know, he's kind of taken a liking to me. I hate to say it like that. But, you know, so if I have questions, like, I'll run it by him and get his opinions on it, you know, because I'll take everybody's opinions into account. You know, and just so I can get a second set of eyes, because sometimes I might see something that somebody else doesn't see, and then vice versa. So absolutely, like, I have no problem. And even with some of the smaller companies, shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you out as much as I possibly can. And some of the bigger companies are like that. If you have a question, you know, you're not going to give away trade secrets. I understand that, but you know, if you have a question about this, that, or the other, a lot of times they'll help you out. You know what I mean?
Real quick, Dad Beards, Elegant Sasquatch. This is Kris here. And, you know, we mentioned earlier about you had the sunflower oil, which seemed really good in my beard. Lee from EDC got me hooked on Barrage oil and absolutely love Barrage oil. So I like that you and Lee both introduced me to something that I enjoyed.
Yeah, and like I said, I bought Savage from Lee, and that stuff smells fantastic. And I kind of have to figure out how he made it now, so I can duplicate it, because I really like it. Yeah. It's you know, a lot of the companies out there, even though people like support other companies, they have so much product. Like, I got so much product. Like, I want to support other people, but I'm like, how much stuff can I put in my beard at any one time? Right. I got 700 products. I got to try my own. Plus, you know, I got other people's products that I want to try. I'm like, my beard can only take so much, you know?
Right.
I don't know how y'all do it when you guys got a shelf. I got like a cubic buttload of stuff I got to put in my beard. And I'm kind of scared to it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to tell them what we're going to do.
Yep.
Buckeye Beard Battle 3 is in Newark, Ohio, September 6th, this coming up year. And everything that we test that you know, we bring on for Tres Amigos, we're going to dip into the majority of that, because there's probably only going to be so much room on the shelf. And I'm building a custom shelf for the Tres Amigos, and it's going to be given away for raffle at Buckeye Beard Battle, along with every one of these oils. So we're actually going to give back for a charity.
You know what? You let me know. I'll donate a box. Like, it'll have one of everything in it. So you let me know, because I'm actually probably gonna be at that one.
Nice.
I talked to the wife, and she she's still on the fence about coming out to Ohio because there's also one in like Pittsburgh or Western Pennsylvania too. The World one, yeah. So I'm gonna try to hit both of them if I can, if possible. I can. But yeah, if I do choose one, it's gonna be the one in Ohio opposed to the one in Pennsylvania because it's legitimately not that far from me. Because
honestly, World would probably benefit your company more.
Right.
But listen, you go to Newark, Ohio, and we'll be there along with probably 100 other of the best people you'll ever meet.
Right.
And the bands are great. And Mike does all this for a local charity. Everything he makes that night goes to the charity. I think it's going to be a different one this year. So I'm not really sure. If it was an animal shelter last year.
Yeah.
But
So I'm definitely going to try to make both of them if I can. I'm definitely going to make one of the two. I just don't know which one I'm going to make yet because it's still relatively early. But yeah, you let me know when, and I'll send you out a box that'll have a oil, a wash, a balm, and a butter, so you can give it away.
Yeah, it'd probably be cheaper to send it to me because Mike's in Florida, and I'll just drive up. It's 2 hours to Newark for me, and Pittsburgh is 40 minutes for me. Yeah,
Pittsburgh for me is maybe 7 hours, 6 hours. Because it's on the other side of Pennsylvania, so I'm 15 minutes outside of Philly on the Jersey.
Yeah, I go to Philly a lot. So
yeah. Well, when you're in my neck of the woods, you let me know.
I will. You got to give me a Philly cheese sub.
No. I don't get you a sub. What the hell is that? No, I get you a steak. It's fine. I got you.
I don't know.
I got you. I got you. You're in good hands. I didn't, become this spelt by eating the salad. So you're in good hands there.
Awesome. We got about 10 minutes left there, guys, and the Beard of Respect comes on at 9, and they've got Small Town on tonight. Is that correct?
Small Town,
correct.
Yeah. So we all got to go on and support small towns tonight on Beard of Respect and show the love. And I don't see you and Kyle because I'm working, and I'll usually text Kyle, sorry, man, I'm working. I work nights, and, I wish I could support Kyle on his shows like he does ours, but I appreciate
just throw him an M&M. He'll be fine.
Can he pick one up? I mean, they're pretty big.
For him, maybe, yeah.
It'd be like, hey, picking up an M&M.
Like Atlas holding up the world.
That's terrible.
But you know what? Just put them in your pocket. You'll be fine. Just
I'll
make sure you have a little bit of water.
Put Kyle in my pocket.
Yeah, just right there, right in the pocket. He'll be fine. You saw Indian in a cupboard. It's like that.
Yeah. Throw a peanut in there, it'll last him a week.
Yeah.
Poor Kyle.
hey, you saw the picture of him in the elf suit, so he brought it all on himself. I'm sorry.
It was so cute. Hey, Jacked Up's going to be there. He actually made the belt last year for the Best in Show, and it might intrigue you too because it was a WWE or WWF's big macho belt, and he tooled all the leather and put the guy's name in it, and just.
See, now I got to figure out how to grow this out more so I can enter some of these contests.
Man, I wish there were some people you could ask about that.
I don't know any of these weirdos. I don't want to talk to these people.
Oh, gee. Speaking of weirdos, do you get a lot of messages from people just begging for freebies?
I used to when I first started. I did.
Really?
Like when I first, because I started on Mercari, which is another selling app. And I got a lot of people asking, I'm an influencer. And then I go to like their page and they had like 200 people. I'm like, okay. Like I understand supporting other small folks. I get that. But I get a lot of people asking me for stuff. I have no problem giving people products. Not a problem. Because like I said, it doesn't cost me a ton of money to give products away.
Yeah.
But I do have an issue when people beg for stuff. Like if I'm going to give you products, I'm going to do it out of the kindness of my own heart. Like I will never give products to somebody who asked me for products. Like that's just how it is. I if you ask me for products, I won't give it to you. Like I'll give you products if we're talking and you want to have a relationship with me. That's fine. I have no problem giving you products. But if you're going to be like, yeah, can I get some products to review it? I'm like, yeah, here's my website. I'll give you a discount code. You try it out and buy it, and then you can go from there. I'm just not going to give you products.
Right. Right.
Like Santa Tom, he put in an order for 5, and then 2 months later he bought a couple different butters, and a couple months later he bought it. I'm sure you're going to throw him a little bone every once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I got some new stuff coming. The new tactic that I'm going to try, see if it works. Coming up in this whole new year, I got a whole new game plan. But like somebody in one of the Facebook groups the other day, one of the companies, I forget who it was. He went off on this whole conversation about reviewers asking for products, and like I 100% agree with him. Like I said, I'm a good guy. I'm a kind guy. But at the same time, I'm also a businessman. I have no problem sending out products if I'm going to get a return on my investment. I get that. But if you're just going to ask me for stuff flat out, I have no room for you. At least talk to me like I'm a person after all.
Right.
Yeah, like when we first met, well, not met, but messaged each other. Mm-hmm. I'm 100% sure, because I talked to all the company owners. I'm like, hey, Bearded Chief on YouTube. I'd like to buy your stuff. Do you have any recommendations? I like foodie scents. I like this, and this. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking for free product. I make sure that's like in bold or capital letters, because you know what? All three of us are up there in age, and we can buy our stuff to help support you. And that's the name of the game, is to support the companies that are out there trying to break out. But, not once I can give you 100% guarantee if I said, give me free product.
Right.
Never once.
Right.
Yeah. And with some of the smaller companies, including myself, I'm still relatively small. I'm starting to get up there, but I'm still small. And I tell people this all the time. It's hard trying to figure out what a scent profile is going to smell like by reading it. You know what I mean? So that's why if a customer is saying, hey, what does this smell like? I have no problem sending you, because you're interested. I have no problem sending you your product. Like, I have these little half-ounce bottles. Of course, I don't have any with me. I have no problem sending you a sample bottle. It might last you like a week and a half, so you can try it out. You know what I mean? Because it builds good rapport between me and the customer. And if you don't like it, hey, you know what? You're not out anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Because like I said, I have a hard time trying to buy something online, and just by reading it, I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dad Beers brings up a good point, and this is my thing. I have been a brand ambassador for a couple companies. EDC was one. Now, but me and Lee had an understanding. Now, he never sent anything to me for free. Okay, so if he came out with 4 drops, I would buy half of it, which would cover his cost, and then he would send the others. So never really did nothing for free, and never looking for anything for free. And the same thing goes with Notable Beard Co. with me now. If I'll get stuff early, but I'm going to purchase it. Right. And if there's an affiliate code, any monies that come in from that affiliate code goes right back into the company. Right. Yeah. So, and then some. So, that's just a couple questions here. Wicked Wednesday. Stacy wants to know, Kris, are you keeping Crimson Orchard as a product?
No. Once it said that was my one and only autumn scent. It's a hard apple cider whiskey oak scent. It smells really good, but once it's gone, it's gone. I think I have 1, maybe 2 left. So once that's gone, that's gone. It's not coming back.
Right.
Because like I said, I don't do food scents that much. So once it's gone, it's out. Somebody asked, who was it? Hold on. Dave. Dave asked if I could put like a sample on like an alcohol swab. I've been trying. I haven't figured it out yet. Like I want to do like the whole sniffer with the paper or the Q-tip thing. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm trying. So.
Right.
I don't know how hard it would be to order the alcohol swab sealed in a bag and then unseal it, put your dropper in there and put a couple drops on it and seal it.
But like I said, it's on the chopping block. It's on the to-do list. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm getting there. So.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, gentlemen, it's approaching 8:30, and I'm sure a bunch of you guys are chomping at the bit to get at the Bearded Respect tonight and support those guys. I want to appreciate everybody that came in to chat. Kris, as always, it's been a banger, fun time with you, man.
But the pleasure was all mine, gentlemen. This was fun.
I'm still crying, man, trying to laugh at you. But Santa Tom, what do you got, buddy?
Guys, hey, Kris, we just want to thank you. I appreciate you so much and you being so active in the bearded community. You can tell that your heart's in it, your passion's in it. Please keep that same passion. Don't ever give that up.
Thank you.
I absolutely love, I would love to just buy from one certain company all the time. We just have so many oils that, that we review and we talk about. But brother, I will tell you, that cigar lounge for me is, if I could have a Mount Rushmore, it would definitely be up there as far as tobacco sense goes. So absolutely love it. Lee knows EDC's, he's got a couple scents in there too that I feel the same way, but Fig and Awesome is one of them. Just absolutely love it. So, but guys, we want to thank you. Please go check out the Bearded Respect and help support those guys that we look up to them. We absolutely respect them, no pun intended. And Small Town Traditions, go check them out as well. Don't forget about the code TRACE, TRES 30 will save you 30% all the way till midnight of the 2nd. Go take advantage of it. Check it out. Help support Kris and the Elegant Sasquatch. And remember that this world could use a little kindness. So be kind to one another. And as always, keep Christmas in your heart year round. See you.